Welcome back. This is Shirley Davis, and I'm back to another video. I'd like to welcome back all my subscribers and all my new viewers. This is the channel where I'll talk about my top stocks and I'll talk about crypto. If you're new, please click that subscribe button and click the notification bell to get my freaking updates. Well, Friday was a great day in the stock market. Today we will talk about Ethereum and we'll talk about BMNR. Those are the two stocks in crypto we'll talk about. But on Friday, we had a couple of top stocks. Those included Tesla. Tesla was up 7%. SoFi was up 2%. Palantir Technologies was up 4%. Advanced Market Devices was up 1.8%. And Applied Digital was up 1.69%. So those were my top stocks. Really quickly, BMNR. This is the company by Tom Lee. Says here in this article, Wall Street strategist Tom Lee is aiming to create the micro strategy of Ethereum. Okay, so before we talk about Tom Lee, before we talk about BitMine, here are the key points to realize what Tom Lee is trying to achieve here. Tom Lee has been appointed to chairman of board of directors of Bitcoin miner BitMine Immersion Technology effective Monday. This was written on June 30th. BitMine announced a $250 million placement of implement a buying strategy around Ether and Ether treasuries as a reserved asset. And Lee's appointment comes amid a groundswell of interest from traditional financial institutions around stablecoins, many of which run on Ethereum network. Okay, so that was June 30th. Now we're starting to see BMNR rebound. Okay, so on Friday, BitMine Immersion Technologies was up $55.65. Was up over 15% for a share price of $55.65. And for the week, BitMine Immersion Technologies is up 28.76%. Okay, so this is one of the hottest stocks. If you'd have got in the last couple of weeks, you could have a nice gain of over 30%. In my position, I'm up a little over 17%. Not bad, but had I invested more, I'd be even happier. Okay, so BitMine continue to surge as Tom Lee and his company buys more Ethereum. All right, and if we look at Ethereum over the last week, it is up 7%. Okay, so this is Ethereum treasuries being purchased by Tom Lee and BitMine strategy. Ethereum is up as much as 7%. All right, and as we go into the coming week, we do have rate cuts around the corner. So let's go to the article about the rate cuts expected on Wednesday. Okay, here we are on CNBC, and it says NASDAQ closes at a record high as S&P 500 notches winning week as Fed decision looms decision. Okay, so it says NASDAQ notched a perfect week of closing highs on Friday. But let's get to the point about the Fed's decision. It says investors are now gearing up for the federal decision on whether it will lower its benchmark interest rate on September 17th. Future markets are pricing in a quarter percentage point cut within near certainty, according to the CME Fed Watch tool. The economic data released this week would support such a decision, according to Bill Naudry, investment director of U.S. Bank Wealth Management. The consumer price index came in slightly higher than expected. So that was on Thursday. Again, the inflation data came in higher than expected for the month of August. And so it is expected that we'll either get a quarter percentage rate cut or a 0.5% rate cut. So either 0.5% or a 0.25%. But it just depends on Wednesday. Okay, so this is why you see. Now we'll go to my portfolio. We see it priced in ahead. We have Tesla shares up 7.36%. We have SoFi shares up 2.27%. This is a bank stock. So SoFi is a banking stock plus a software as a service shop, and they're up 2.2%. Also, Palantir Technology is up 4%, and Advanced Micro Devices up 1.86%. Now, this is all ahead of the FOMC meeting, the Federal Reserve meeting on Wednesday, the 17th. We'll have to see if they decide a 0.25% or a 0.5%. Either way, it is still a great time to invest in the stock market. I see Tesla rallying shares this week up over 8%. And also, you have Ethereum up this week, up 6.88. And lastly, BMNR up 28.76%. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and I hope to see you on the next video.